22 billion gone from Ghana's gold? This is incredible. Whose loss is it?
Weeks. Leading members of the New Patriotic Party have made the case that the Ghana Gold Board has lost the country a great deal of money, $1.7 billion.
That structure where they were buying gold high and selling low to get forex to pump onto the market. We are happy that the governor has announced yesterday that he will no longer be funding the gold board. That is an admission that everything we have been saying here in this chamber is true.
This loss of 1.7 billion is equivalent to 22 billion Ghana cedis, and that is 1.5% of our GDP. And this same 22 billion Ghana cedis was the amount that was used to salvage the banks.
1.7 billion losses do not belong buried in a footnote. It belongs in the open where the people who own it can see.
Amazing. People are talking. In fact, people are getting interactive on social media, and it is boom out there. Okay, so let's get ready to rumble. Now let's go to the story. Now IMF report is in, and IMF report says that Ghana's Gold Board or Bank of Ghana have lost in the dealing of we buying gold. GoldBod is buying gold for Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana have lost 22 billion Ghana cedis, which is $1.7 billion. Now let's look at the key responsibilities of the IMF. Number one is surveillance. The IMF tracks, reviews the economic and financial policies of 8 member countries at global, regional, national levels to spot potential risk. So IMF is to make sure that your finances is stable. They make sure that the policy you are putting in place to making sure that the financial policies that will go a long way to help your nation so you won't go in crisis. Now the question is that why is IMF still helping Ghana after Ghana has already exited from the IMF program? Ghana exited its financial bailout, the extended credits facility, in May 2026. The IMF continues to engage with Ghana through a non-financial agreement called Policy Coordination Instrument, PCI. This provides technical advice and monitors reforms to build investor confidence rather than issuing new emergency loans. This is the reason IMF is still with Ghana. They are helping us in terms of policy. Now, IMF came out with their reports, and this is what the issue is. And the report, some part of the report says, Bank of Ghana incurred losses of $1.7 billion, which is 22 billion Ghana cedis. This is huge. So the Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Afenyo-Markin, had a press conference indicating that the Gold Board incurred a lot of losses, and the losses they've incurred, it will go a long way to hit the economy so hard. The Gold Board is also saying that no, we've not incurred any costs. It's the Bank of Ghana.
1.7 billion losses do not belong buried in a footnote. It belongs in the open where the people who own it can see. And let us be clear about what that figure is.
So you see where the issue is now. The Ghana Gold Board was established in April 2025 by the government of Ghana under the Gold Board Act 2025, Act 1140. It's replaced and expanded upon the older Precious Minerals Marketing Company, PMMC, to serve as the sole central authority to buying, grading, assaying, and exporting gold from artisanal and small-scale miners. So that is Gold Board. Now, when NDC government, their second coming of John Dramani Mahama, when they came to power, they realized that no, the gold that is leaving or the gold that people smuggle out of this nation outside to go and sell, it is hitting the economy so hard. So what do? Let's centralize the gold. Let's centralize it like the way we have Cocoa Board. That is the Cocoa Board that regulates anything that has to do with cocoa. So that is exactly what they established, and it has to be established by law. So they went to Parliament, they enacted a law to back the Gold Board to
the volume of gold that has been purchased by the government. Those are facts, and you know the facts. In this house, we have consistently demonstrated that what you call losses are actually costs that this country has to pay in order to maintain the strength of our currency today.
Now, Bank of Ghana contracted Gold Board. Is it a contract? Or Bank of Ghana decided to work with Gold Board to making sure that they give Gold Board money to buy gold and sell. Exactly, that's the issue. So they do buy and sell. So GoldBod, they sell every gold that they buy to making sure that we get a lot of dollars into our system. That is it. So the core duty is that, okay, I give you money, buy the gold. So as Bank of Ghana, I will also sell it to making sure that I get enough dollars to sustain the economy. So if you could remember, previous government, at some point, dollar was skyrocketing. Dollar was going up. Couldn't know what to do. In fact, Dr. Baumia was helpless. He couldn't do anything. In fact, they were saying that they did good for oil. That one is another matter. But at some point that the dollar was skyrocketing, it took the intervention of Bank of Ghana to bring in GoldBod. So they buy the gold for them and sell and make a lot of dollars. In fact, that is the exchange rate, to making sure that it helps the city to be stable. It's a bit, sometimes it fluctuates. It go up small, come down small, but it is stable. So even the traders are able to plan that. They know that, okay, if I'm able to peg the dollar between maybe 10 cedis to 12 cedis, I know in the next 6, in the next 3, in the next 1 year, it is stable. So I'll be able to plan well. So that is the reason now GoldBod is making sure that they buy a lot of gold for Bank of Ghana to sell to make a lot of dollars income. In fact, Kudi, making sure that the dollar is helping the cedi to be stable. Afenyo-Markin is saying that GoldBod have incurred losses, 22 billion Ghana cedis.
1.7 billion losses do not belong buried in a footnote. It belongs in the open, where the people who own it can see.
And Sammy Gyamfi is saying that no, we've not incurred any losses
against the GoldBod over the past couple of months. This sustained, relentless campaign reached a reckless crescendo yesterday at a press conference addressed by him within the precincts of Parliament. Afenyo-Markin's modus operandi, which can no longer be allowed to go unanswered, is to repeat the same tired falsehoods as often as possible and on many platforms as he can, in the hope that repetition will somehow transform fiction into facts.
And is that it is Bank of Ghana. But the question is that if you are claiming that you've made a lot of money for Ghana by selling gold, by buying and selling gold as GoldBod, in fact, you've made a lot of dollars, in fact, billions of dollars injecting into our economy because GoldBod did a great job. All the applause, everybody is applauding GoldBod that they are doing well. Why is it that anytime the applause comes that GoldBod is doing well to making sure that our cedi is stable, you accept the fact that you are the one doing the job? Then why is it that when there are losses and people are talking about it, you say, no, you didn't make any losses. In fact, you've not incurred any losses, but rather it's the Bank of Ghana. So people are also saying that, is it the mere fact of normal politics are we supposed to play it like this is more of NDC, MPP kind of politics that we are playing? So Sammy Gyamfi also held a press conference. In fact, the accountability series that Mampeni Mahama established, and all the government CEOs, the ministers, once in a while, they come to do accountability series. They account to the people. So Sammy Gyamfi had an accountability series and decided to now divert attention, so-called, or so to say, divert attention by saying that Afenyo-Markin is extortionist. This is a huge allegation. This is huge. And people are also complaining that, why are you not talking about the core issue, but you are mentioning that Afenyo-Markin is extorting money or Afenyo-Markin is extortionist? Why are you saying that? According to Afenyo-Markin, he will let his legal team take up this matter because it's more of a defamatory statement that Sammy Gyamfi made against him. So the reason that both are fighting, it is because the $1.7 billion, 22 billion Ghana cedis, that according to reports, it has been incurred by GoldBod or it has been incurred by Bank of Ghana. This is the reason the tussle is going on between Honorable Leader, Minority Leader Afenyo-Markin and Sammy Gyamfi, who is the CEO of GoldBod. So I came across some fact check and let me put it on your screen for you to look at it. Okay, so that is the fact check on your screen. So if you look at the fact check, it is giving you a lot of percentages, it is giving you a lot of details and the sources that you get those information from. Some comments were made by Honorable Afenyo-Markin, and if you check, it is even telling you that the $1.7 billion and 22 billion Ghana cedis loss, it is also 1.5 of our GDP. So this is huge. So these are some of the things also discovered. So these are the sources that you can also go there and read it for yourself. So the question is that, why are they playing politics with this? Why are they making us feel that we don't even think? Why are they insulting our intelligence? When profits made, or when you are making profits, you are happy you are making profit. But when you make losses, you are not happy you make losses. That is not a sign of a good business man. That is not a sign of a good business person. A good sign of a good business person is that when you make profits and you are happy about it, when you make losses, be bold and accept the fact that you've made losses. I think you'll be the best judge. Are they playing MPP, NDC with this? Or they want to help Ghanaians? Or indeed, they want to do something to help their economy to grow? Of course, nobody is taking this from Sammy Gyamfi and the GoldBod, but they've been able to help stabilize the city. But when it comes to the aspect that people are also saying that losses have incurred, or losses have been incurred, I think we should also accept it in good faith. And we shouldn't also attack people's personality by the mere fact that you said Honorable Afenyo-Markin is extortionist. I don't think it's right, Sammy. I don't think so. Maybe you know the reason you are saying that, but I don't think it's also right. I think we have to also respect him from that angle of being a minority leader in parliament. He's leading a political party in parliament. So at least let's also give him that maximum respect. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comments section. Like and share our videos so that you don't miss the next episode I'll be coming up with.